On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Find some fresh air. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Pressure coming, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Quarterback making adjustments. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes a connection. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barfield. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good, and that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Rebels are flying down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of...
He caught it! And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, the defense has not played great on the other side, but this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going.
And he's in! Touchdown, Vegas!
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll get a stoppage in play here as there's an injured Rainbow Warrior. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Power football with the run. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
With the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run play action. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And they'll knock him down.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board here.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Touchdown, UNLV. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barfield. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On the move. He's out past the 35. There's a crease. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And, man, that is crushing to a defense. You force the fourth down. You know they're going to run the football. You're bringing guys near the line of scrimmage, and you can't get him to the ground. Not only does he get the first down, he gets a huge chunk after that. This defense is definitely going to be deflated.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Now he's looking to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Red pass hits complete. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Snap in the shotgun. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Right back to the well. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. He's out of bounds after a short gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
That is such a nice example of a quarterback and his tight end being on the same page. A little bit of a scramble drill right there where the quarterback had to get flushed out of the pocket, but his tight end was able to lock up with him and was able to mirror him, find an open area downfield. Quarterback makes a nice throw, you make the nice catch, and just like that, offense in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The run inside, it's Glover. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. He throws into the middle of the field. Got it down the field. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Look out, he's got room. Got a little grass. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Hawaii calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Final timeout taken by Hawaii. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes a deep grab. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Off the play fake on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Running inside, it's Glover. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's begin with a look at Virginia, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Cavaliers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now.
Finds a spot in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Hawaii. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Gets away. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Barfield. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Rushes on him. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. The throw. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll field the punt and take it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. They go to the counter. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A quick pass to the left. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. And the Rainbow Warriors in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run the option. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
They're going to ride this running back. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
On the ground, it's Glover. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Maybe a crease. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Past the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. Rolled his way into the end zone. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires on the move. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Hit as he throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Rainbow Warriors want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Rainbow Warriors go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the option. Oh, he's got a chance. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Hawaii!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. Rebels offense is back on the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glover. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And man, this is a big decision for this offense. Like having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive or do you go for the gusto? You try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the first down, continuing to possess the ball here in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the left. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Hawaii. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that two-point conversion attempt goes awry. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. The snap sets up to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And the Rainbow Warriors with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Barfield. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Rainbow Warriors will line it up on 1st and 10. Was to pass. Here's a heat. Trying to buy time. There he goes. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. This is a designed run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, the decision to go for it on 4th down pays off. They get it and expect them to go fast here down close to the goal line.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Got his man on the right. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Coming out with it, it's Walker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
Complete to the right. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this will be for the win. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.